everybody, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd go live and catch up with you guys. Obviously, today was the funeral day for my beloved Nana, and I want to come on and talk about it. I know I said I was probably going to stay off today, but you guys deserve me to give an explanation and to talk through what happened and to talk about how I coped. Hey, Pizza Demon. Hey, Joe. Good to see you. So yeah, today was the funeral day. It's been a very long day. Yeah, SJ, let me get into it. Let me explain it. So basically, I left here at 11:15 in the morning. Went to my sister's house and spent a few minutes around her house, and then we made our way in the car to the crematorium. Then we had to wait outside for the funeral hearse car to arrive with obviously my nan in her coffin. Then we waited in the chapel room because there was a prior funeral still taking place when we got there. And then they walked us through into the main chapel room to be seated. I was sat on the third row back, which wasn't too bad, but I still would have been preferred to be a bit closer. But yeah, it was a very long, drawn out day. The funeral service was absolutely peaceful, brilliant. It was well run to time. We actually got out early than what we were meant to get out, so it was quite good. It ended quite abruptly, and yeah, it was very, very well done. And then the wake was at a social club afterwards. I got back here about an hour ago. It was very, very peaceful. There was photos of her being shown. Obviously, there was a lot of people crying and expressing their tears, and it was a very hard afternoon. I found it very, very draining, but I managed to put my guard up, managed to put a act on, I guess you want to call it that. And hey, Michigan, I managed to kind of put my defense up and be, come on, Gemma, keep it together. Don't make a scene. Don't show off. Like, don't cry. I cried twice in a 8-hour window, which I thought was pretty impressive. I thought that was pretty good for me. Obviously, I've sat here and kind of got my thoughts together. I will show you my nan's funeral booklet. So those of you that doubt me, here is the actual funeral booklet with her name and her picture on. So any of those that want to doubt me, here is the funeral booklet from today. And I'll see it has the date on it at the bottom here with today's date and the time of the service. So no one can say that I'm lying about it. That's her order of service booklet. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, and there's a photo of her on the back on the Norfolk Broads there. That's her photo, and then that's her main photo that we used. But yeah, that's her. What she looked like. Yeah, she did, Joe. We managed to involve a couple of Elvis tracks. Whoop whoop. So that was good. Yeah, the music was brilliant. It was very, very up her alley, and yeah, it was all sorted out. They end up using some form of special copyright program thing, and I don't know. It's confusing. But yeah, they sorted all that out, and yeah, it was very good. Like, my brain is absolutely fried. I'm going to tell you, I am exhausted. I've been out, like I said, I've been out since 10:30, so 10:10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8 hours exactly that I was near enough out for today. I've literally eaten 2 sandwiches, a chocolate brownie. What else have I had? A glass of Coke and a glass of water. That's all I've had all day. Yes, it was webcast in the end, Pizza Demon, because there was people who unfortunately couldn't either get to the service, or members of the public who may know my nan who wished not to attend. So yes, it was webcast today, which I had no idea it was meant to be getting webcast. originally we'd said no to it, but apparently it was webcast. So um yeah, I'm in my pajamas. I just took my funeral stuff off. Yeah, I've just literally put my pajamas on because I wanted to get my funeral stuff off as quick as I could getting home. So I didn't want to sit here and just mope and be in a funeral outfit, which was just going to make me feel upset. So I took that off, and yeah, I put my pajamas on because it's cold, and to make me feel better, I wrapped up my pajamas, and hopefully that will help me kind of get back to some kind of normality. Um, Thank you, Pizza Demon. Yeah, I and also to let you guys know, I've been writing my nan letters. I know that sounds a bit pathetic, a bit childish, but I've been writing her some letters, and I've just finished the one for today, telling her what happened during her funeral service and who I spoke to and how I coped. And I basically been writing her letters for the last like 4 days, and I'm going to use it as a way of a emotional therapy outlet. I guess I'm going to use it as a way to get the thoughts that are trapped up here out on the paper, and I guess it'll be something that I will use as a coping strategy, a way of helping myself to ease the pain and ease the pain, ease the suffering that I'm still going through, because I'm kind of in a weird mindset. Pizza Demon, you might understand this. I don't know if you do, but let me know if you do. Pizza Demon, give me a message. Right now, I kind of feel like I know my nan has gone per se, but I feel like she's just gone on a holiday, and I feel like she's going to come back. Like, I know that sounds really childish, but like I feel like she's just gone on a holiday, and then a few days later, it's going to be, oh, I'm back. And that's kind of how I feel right now. I feel like she's gone on this like little holiday, and she's going to turn up and be like, I didn't die, I'm here. And it's kind of, I know it sounds really quite sad saying that, but I think that's yeah, Joe, it's like I said, it kind of feels like she's gone on a holiday, and then in a few days time she's going to turn around and be like, I'm here. Like, it doesn't feel like she's actually gone. I know physically and mentally she has gone, but I feel like she's actually still around. I feel like she hasn't actually gone, like she hasn't actually left. Like, I don't know, it feels, hey Annie, it feels like she's still listening and watching and hiding, and it kind of feels like anytime now, like she'll pop up behind me and go, what you doing? And it's kind of like, it's a really weird feeling. Like, it's really bizarre. Like, today has been one of the most weirdest days of my life, I'm not gonna lie. I have found it extremely difficult to kind of function in a normal sense. And what is normal, to be honest with you? What is normal? um you know how are we expected to act after a certain thing like this? And everyone's always like, oh, Gemma, you're so strong, well done, you're so strong, Gemma, you've really done really well, you kept yourself together, you held it together, and you helped your family, you were there to support other people. And today I found it most intensely difficult not to burst out crying all the time. I wanted to. I wanted to give that release out, but I couldn't, because it was a fact of I had to be there to be supportive of my family. I had to be there to behave and say goodbye to my nan in a way that was safe for me to do so. And I think the grief's going to hit me probably tonight. And I think tomorrow will be the wake up call. I go, oh shit, that did happen. And I'm having to get to grips with that and go, oh, okay, she's not here. It did happen. She did get cremated, and she is now gone. There is no way of coming back. And, I'm having to try my best with what I have coping strategies wise to cope. And it's the most hardest, surreal, oddest thought. It's really weird knowing that she would have been proud of me, she would have understood how I felt, but it's so hard to know how to feel, what to say, how to say it without potentially upsetting anybody or causing people to be triggered or bringing up trauma for people. And today has really opened my eyes to a different perspective and a different way of thinking and feeling, and having to adjust to life without her, and how life has to carry on, and how we are having to adjust to a life without her being around, and without her giving advice, and without me being able to phone her and go and visit her, and that sense of routine being absolutely taken away from me. And today was a real reality check. It was like, okay, now this is real, this has happened, she's gone, this is what you're going to have to deal now, and you're going to have to basically pull your big girl socks up and get on with it. And it's still not as real for me. Like, I don't feel like, I feel like anytime now she could just sneak up on me and be like, oh, you thought I was gone? Haha, no, I'm not. And I know, Pete Steven, I appreciate that, but I want to kind of talk about it and get my afterthoughts out. Like, and as somebody who's autistic, my heightened sense is already on heightened alert. So for me today, I'm constantly having to watch myself and make sure that I don't say anything wrong to upset somebody, or that I don't say the wrong thing, or that I don't bring up a word or something that she used to do, and then people go, oh, why would you mention that? So it's been very awkward with limited things that I've been able to talk about. And I think some of my family know that I've really struggled today, that I've literally managed to eat only like one sandwich and a chocolate brownie all day. And I think that's part of the reason why I wasn't able to kind of settle down food wise, because there wasn't food there that I liked. And two, I think because I was trying to be sociable and to be functionable and to be appropriate and everything else, it's kind of been a day of really social overwhelm, social functioning. It's been a day of having to pay attention to every word, every sentence, like hugging people and thanking people. And it was her room, the chapel room was packed. Like, there was not one seat left spare. Like, it was packed. It was absolutely packed. And I've never seen a funeral service that well attended. It was absolutely packed. And it made me feel better that my nan was so loved, so respected, so appreciated, so officially looked after. And she had a lot of people who were telling funny stories, and they were showing photos of her on like a TV screen on a loop, so we could see all these constant photos of her from years ago. And it was so weird seeing like my young nan to then the woman who she was towards the end. It was like a completely different person. It was so bizarre. Hey, Mr. J. Early days yet, Mr. J, but yeah, I guess I'm doing better than what I was, but I want to kind of share my thoughts and afterthoughts with you of how I've dealt with today, how I faced it, how I faced the coffin, and I put my arm on it and I kissed it. I did the best that I knew how to. I said goodbye. I was able to walk past the coffin, bow my head, and under the guidance of the funeral director people who showed me what to do, and they helped me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mama Redneck. That sucks, Susan. I'm sorry. I had no idea that you lost your daughter. I'm sorry. That's really sad. I'm sorry. That's awful. Yeah, my nana, my angel nana, my poor nanny. Like, this is her funeral card from today. Her order of service booklet. This is my dear nanny, my lovely nanny. But yeah, yeah, I really do miss her already. And I know she's already been gone 6 weeks, but to have to wait nearly 5 weeks for a funeral service was just ridiculous. And I think that's what's caused the most heartache for me, is the waiting and the waiting and the waiting, and then now finally today it's been put to rest. My mind can have some form of closure, and I've finally been able to get my piece, my ending to it, and I've finally been able to understand that death is death, and she has gone, she's at peace now, she's with my granddad up there, and I hope to God that she's out of pain, she's not suffering. And I just hope that she's not going to think I'm stupid talking about it, but I just hope that some form of this grieving process is going to be a lot more easy to understand. But right now I'm kind of in the confusion, kind of I'm kind of trying to understand why it happened, what had to happen. And I think as a family we did her proud, and I think it was the best way to say goodbye to her. And I think that was the best way of understanding what grief is. And today I think I really learned self-respect, I learned manners, I learned how to show emotions to others, and I learned to understand where my family were coming from, where I was coming from. And like me and my uncle, we had a really heart-to-heart deep chat this afternoon in the wake, and he basically gave me some really good advice and said, don't let your autism stop you. And he knows like how I'm working hard to try and push the awareness and the disability acceptance within the local area. And he basically told me he was proud of me, and that my nan would be proud of what I'm trying to do. I'm fighting constantly to try and put my name out there. And hey Jason, good to see you. How are you? I hope you're well. Oops. You unplugged my computer. Oops. Hi Laura, good to see you, Laura. Shocked when someone else wondered who was texting them because her phone number got recycled. Oh, I'm sorry, Susan. That sucks. I can't believe that would happen. That's yeah. Laura, it wasn't a too difficult day, but it's been draining. It's been long, but it was peaceful. It was a really nice service. It was a way to finally get my form of closure, and I was able to finally put an end to it. And I was able to get some form of peace out of it, but I'm not entirely convinced I will have full peace yet. I think it's going to take a while to get me to full peace, but I've got some consolences knowing that she's up there with my granddad, and that she's up there with other people she knows. And thank you, Dylan. I just wanted to talk this through, and to I am okay. You may see me in a bit of a mess or a bit tearful, but it is what it is. I was able to get the tears out. I've been able to express myself, and it's okay, Peter Demon. It's all right, buddy. I had a couple of people, who looked after me. My Elvis tribute showed up, so he was there. And then my dad turned up as well, which was good. And I met a few family friends who were there today. Hey, TZ Games. Hey, Stacey Morgan, brother. Hey, Will. Yeah, it's okay, Will. It is what it is. It unfortunately it was nothing that I could do to stop it. She was ill, and it just today I think tested my communication skills. It tested my strength of character. It tested my ability to communicate, and it gave me a sense of well-being, responsibility. It gave me a sense of how funerals work, how the whole process runs on a time clock. It's like literally tick, 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 tick. Like everything was bang, 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 one after the other. And like each funeral at the place is a half an hour turnaround. So it's literally one funeral in, one funeral out, one funeral in, one funeral out. So it's literally, hey Caps, hey Ariel, good to see you. So everything was just like it's on a constant road to turn around. So we had to make sure that we were Okay, Laura, take care, my friend. See you later. It's just a way for me to get my thoughts, feelings out, and I'd rather not do this as an upload because I would lose my track of thought and stuff. But I thought I'd do it live to talk to you about it and show that I'm okay. Yes, I feel sad. Yes, obviously my voice isn't great because I've been crying a lot. Surprise, surprise. Um, you know, um, it does look industrial, Gemma. What do you mean? It looks, yeah, the funeral place. Yeah, it literally is like you're on a turnaround schedule, and I must say the funeral directors were brilliant. They were very supportive and they helped guide me to my seat and they helped me come up to the coffin and, they helped me say goodbye and all that kind of stuff. And they walked us out to the courtyard and like, it was very good. Like, they were very aware of people being upset and obviously like everything was pretty much really on a really good supportive time frame. You know, they understood that some people like me obviously were a bit more emotional than others, and I took my autism card with me in my bag. But I took one of my little fidget toy things in case I needed one. Um, okay, Joe, have a good day at work, brother. I'll check in with you later. I'm trying not to get in my own head, but I can't promise anything because right now I am in my head. So um, thank you, Ariel. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, TZ Games, that you lost your mum. I'm sorry. That's really not cool. I'm sorry. That's awful. I hope you're able to process it you know, and like people keep saying to me today, which is the one thing that I don't agree with, is people say, "Oh, time's a healer, Gemma. You'll be fine," and oh, that frustrates me no end because I am not ready to hear. Oh, time's a healer, Gemma. You'll be fine. No, not today, please, please, no. I am not in the mood to hear time is a healer because it's not. Right now, it's not. I'm never going to heal from losing my nan. I know that it's going to be a constant every time I think about her or I hear a song or I see a picture, it's going to set me off because time is never going to heal. Hi, Athers. Good to see you. And when people say to me today, "Oh, Gemma, time's a healer. Time will help you. Time will go quickly," and I'm like, "No, it won't. You don't know that." Hey, Teresa. Exactly. This is the thing. People say to me, "Oh, you'll be fine, Gemma. You've got things for you and you'll be absolutely fine and you know time will help you and you'll feel better." And I'm like, how will I? Because I don't feel better. I don't feel better now. I don't feel like it's going to be easier because it's not. My nan has only just been cremated today and she's been gone 6 weeks already and it's not okay. It's not. I'm not feeling happy. No, I'm not. I'm feeling distraught. I feel lost. I feel wretched. I feel that my heart's been ripped out my chest. I feel like one of the biggest matriarchs of my family has been ripped out of me, and it's not okay. And um, yeah, it's TZ again. It's the thing that people say to me, "Oh, you'll be absolutely fine," you'll do things to make things better, and it's like, well, no, because right now I'm not doing anything to make things better. I'm doing things that I think will help me, but in the long run, will they? No, probably not. So it's exactly, Peter. And this is the thing. Like today, I've done really well. I'm really proud of myself. I can say, hand on my heart, I am proud of myself because I masked, I coped, I faked it till I made it, kind of thing. I had no choice but to. I had to fake it till I make it to appear like I was functioning and that I was social and that I had to fake it till I make it, and I had to act like I wasn't triggered or hurting, or I had to just. It's harmful because for autistic people, it's more heightened. You're more on alert. You feel more lost. You feel more lonely. You feel misunderstood. You feel judged. You feel watched all the time. You feel critiqued all the time, and it's not been easy today. Like, I've had to constantly check in with myself and go, no, Gemma, don't say that, keep it together. Like, no, Gemma, don't say that. And, I've had to try and keep my mouth shut so many times to try and appear like I'm helping my family and, oh, yeah, Nan was this and Nan was that and laughing about it. And yeah, that's all good, having humour to laugh about it and stuff. But hey, Annette, how you doing? Um, I know some people don't want to attend funerals and stuff. That's fine. I'm not saying that you have to attend a funeral, but for me, it was a way of actually getting the closure, the final close the door. It was like, yep, okay, I'm going to say goodbye to her. She's gone. That's it. There's no way of coming back from it. And, I try my best to be here. I've tried my best to pay attention to what is. And, I've tried my best to be as, as accurate as I possibly can. And like, this was a little clutch bag that I used today. Look, I had to have something Elvisy that to match my top. So my top had loads of pink in it. So I got a pink clutch bag, which is now going to become an Elvis bag. So this is going to become one of my next Elvis items. I will be putting this into my Elvis storage to add to one of my next Elvis outfits. But I want to check in with you guys and kind of at least give you an answer to what happened today, how I am. But yeah, it's a strange mindset I'm in. Like, I'm kind of in the mindset of, should I turn this on because I have depression and anxiety? Even when I lost my brother, I was working an 8-hour shift as a cashier at Walmart. Oh no. I don't go to funerals for the simple reason I want to remember the happy and funny times that person not. Yeah, but for me, Annie, it was essential because it was my nan, and my family deserved all of us to be there, to be together, to be united, to support one another, and I think that was the best way we could have done it. And it was the best way that I knew how to communicate. And I guess in some way it was good because I could actually, see my other extended members of family and be able to talk to them and, show my face and, put the missing puzzle piece in action per se, I guess. Yeah, exactly. I understand, Annie, that you don't want to go to a funeral. That's fine. But for me, it's a way of saying goodbye, having my peace, having my final bit of, whew. So it was kind of, I did well with what I had, and I think I did well with the coping strategies that I had, and I was able to like, I wrote the letter to her today. Like, I'll read that as well here. So I'll read this little letter that I wrote to her just a little while ago for you guys. So it says, Nana, today was your funeral day. Your funeral was so very peaceful. I've been full of tears today and wishing at times that I could bring you back just for one more day. How selfish does this sound? I know. You may be laughing at me. You even had the local Elvis tribute attend your service. Look at that. The king of rock and roll. See, your granddaughter does indeed have privileges. But on a serious note, not a dry eye in the house today. It was so painful knowing you're not here anymore. I've had to try as much as possible to function the right way everybody expects me to be. Today, reality has really hit me hard in the face. And to realise that life can be cruel and painful for those of us left behind. To carry on living life with you not being here, it truly still does not feel real that you've left here for a more peaceful place to be with my granddad. I think it's going to take time for me to fully process and accept that you are no longer here for me to talk with. You've had so many people attend your service today. You are so very loved and admired. Many memories were shared today about you, Nanny. I'm lost without you. You're always here to listen and to guide me. Today has been one of the toughest days of my life, having to try and keep a mask on my emotions. Being autistic, this has been exhausting. I hope you're at peace now, Nanny. I miss you so much. I will continue to make you proud and work hard. Every tear that I've cried is because I'm missing you. I am proud that you are my nanny. I am proud to have had you in my life for nearly 36 complete years. I will always love you and miss you, your gem. So that's what I Yeah. Okay, Annie, no worries. So that's the letter that I wrote her today after writing her a letter yesterday as well. So I think, this is going to be my coping strategy. I'm going to use that. The letter I did for her yesterday and the letter that I did today is kind of my way of. I'll take care, Ariel. Take care. Um, Thank you, TZ Games. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's my letter from today. I'm going to do one like every day, I think, just to kind of help me cope with the loss, I guess. But yeah, I've done one yesterday and one again today. So I think this is just going to be something that's going to help me process my grief and help me kind of get an answer to what happened. And, um, you know, but yeah, I hope these letters will kind of give you guys some peace and guidance, I guess. But this is kind of how I'm using my time to grieve right now, is by writing her letters. I know it sounds pretty lame, but it is what it is. And I'm right now Elvis shopping for some more Elvis stuff because that's kind of my go-to. I'm like, oh, okay, let's get back into mindset. Let's get back into Elvis. Let's get back into doing what is normal. And now suddenly got. Oh, I feel like someone's. Oh, feels like someone's scratching me. Oh, ow. Um, yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. Um, that's kind of what I've been doing for the last 2-3 days, is writing these page letters and kind of just pouring my heart out today, just to kind of, I guess, understand, give myself some way of emotions still being connected to her, I guess. I know that sounds like I'm being a bit of a child, but I guess that's the best way that I can express it, is by written form, a bit similar to my poetry. I guess it's a way of saying, okay, it is what it is. This is the best way I know, the right way to do it, and also obviously social media and expressing it on my channel as a form to help somebody. Thank you, Annie. It's my Marvel pajamas. So yeah, yeah, I just thought I'd read these letters to you anyway. I'll read yesterday's to you as well, in case any of you weren't in my stream yesterday. This is the letter from yesterday. I put, now that I miss you, these last few weeks have been so difficult. I didn't want you to leave. I miss your smile and personality. I don't want to let you go. I miss you. I still cannot accept you have left me and that you've truly gone. You were always so strong. You gave me someone to look up to, and all the fun we had having fish and chips or Chinese round at your flat, watching the Hammer horror films. All the memories are now instantly flooding back at me. Now time is so different. You used to send me to the shop to get your groceries for you at the co-op, and you trusted me to get your pension money out of the cash machine with your bank card. I wish you could still be here giving me a cuddle, and I'm not going to lie, I do feel really tearful, thinking you're not here to give me the advice and calling me on the phone telling me that you love me. I am very lucky you are my nanny. The inner child in me wishes I could bring you back to me for one more day at least, but I know you're in a better place now with Grandad, and I wish you could see how much things are changing for me. I wish I could phone you and tell you all my good news, but I can't now because you've left me here behind. It's so emotional missing you. Everything feels like a dream, like it's not real. I feel like you've just gone on holiday, but I know you're still around in spirit. Now that I miss you, it's so hard knowing I have to adjust to this life without you being around. I miss you and feel like lonely having to adjust, but you always made me smile and laugh every time I was around you. You're always a strong woman in life. I wish you could have stayed here for just a little longer. Things are going to be busy for me for a while now. I hope you are watching over me with a big smile on your face with Grandad. I hope that I continue to make both of you proud. I am so emotional writing these letters to you. I'm truly heartbroken and lost that everything now has changed. So, yes, that's basically the two letters that I've done her so far, with regards to my grief. So yeah, it's going to be something that I'm going to be doing. I guess I might call them letters to heaven or something. Just like keep them in my notepad here and use them as a way to look back and go, oh, okay. So yeah, I may do it as a little personal book to me, I guess. But you know, that's kind of what I've been doing the last few days, is just writing these little letters to her. And Um, that's the greatest thing I miss. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of still in that way of, is this real yet? Has it sunk in yet? No, it hasn't. Yes, it's real. Yes, I know. Yes, I know she's gone. Yes, I know this service has been gone and done. And, you know, she only, the service was only at midday. It's now 7 o'clock here. So it was like 6 and a bit hours ago. But, it's been a long time, and that 6 and a bit hours has just gone, and it just feels really quick. Like, I am proud that I, coped so well. I am proud that I was able to go there and show my face and, talk and socialize and, but I just want to come on here and talk to you guys that, I did it. I successfully faced a challenge that I know that I wasn't going to cope too much at. And, um, I've done the best that I can with my abilities that I've got. And I think that hopefully this will help somebody. I hope that this will help somebody with autism or disability or, thank you, Pete Seaman. Yeah, I'm going to look into that in the next few days. Me and my family have already discussed that briefly. But yeah, I am going to, I won't keep too much longer, guys, because one, I'm exhausted, two, I need to get something to eat. But yeah, I want to come on here and, Pete Steeman, I may give you a call if you're around shortly as well, to talk to you personally about everything. But yeah, it's been a long day, and I hope that I've done my nan proud, and hopefully she saw me trying to hold things together. And okay, TZ Games, good to see you. I just want to come on and show my feelings, and hopefully you've seen the struggle, the raw, authentic side of my autism, and how I managed to get past some of these feelings. And yeah, much love, guys.